Welcome to another messy re-record
Big re-record.
episode, re-record of
RyCanTopMyKnee.
รายการต่อไปนี้
I'm Jonathan.
and I'm Kevin, and we are a Boys Love podcast that talks our fave shows about our fave shows. Oh my gosh, and all the press and mess around them. Jonathan, press, mess. Last week was a mess.
You were
so
a mess
y'all who know the
last week.
tea. Jonathan, I wait for my lick back, okay?
Yo.
But I'm just glad that things are working today.
Praying things are working
So,
today, y'all. We had to redo this
things are
episode. Sorry
working,
for
but
the missing episode last week.
right. But it sounds like people really enjoyed
Our
bonus episode
of Core Media in
with
China.
Dr. Lunga. Like,
Mhm.
I'm glad people enjoyed listening to them and what they had to say and all that expertise. So if you haven't, you need to go back and listen to it because that's some hot
It's
tea.
a great
Okay,
episode.
like, yeah,
And
that
you can
is
see our faces on YouTube. The video should be out right now if you're out.
Oh yes, I forgot. It should be.
I'm still working on it right now, but it should be out by Tuesday when this episode comes out.
It should be out. Speaking of something else that came out though.
Ooh, who's out?
No, not a person. So remember that mess. There was some mess that happened in the past week and a half or so with BBC. Child, they done put their whole ass out once again.
Ooh.
They're colonizing ass. So many influencers have come out regarding the BBC doc that tries to paint Thailand as unsafe and sex-driven. And even though there are some things to think about with safety when you're traveling, and there is a sex industry in Thailand, like in many other countries, including the United
Literally
Kingdom.
anywhere around the world. Like, what?
Right. This was to gloss over all the other amazing things of Thailand. And I want to point this out. Thailand has a lower crime rate than I think the UK and much lower than the US. So just pointing it out
Literally,
there.
my personal experience in Thailand, I never felt unsafe. Like, I feel more unsafe in New York City or in Chicago. I'm calling out Chicago.
Well, after your experience on the Red Line,
than
I
Bangkok.
understand.
Like, I felt so safe in Bangkok. I don't know.
Yeah, like people need to get a grip, okay? Just to clarify, the US, I have not looked at the Global Peace Index for this year, but last year and many years for the past several years, the US ranks in safety in the same place as Brazil and Mexico.
Ooh, damn.
So it's somewhere in out of the 163 countries that are surveyed for peace and safety, the US ranks somewhere around 130 something. So it's towards the bottom.
But the U.S. loves
and that's
to
because
gloat.
we have mass
We
shootings.
love to talk shit. We love to shade every other place.
Yeah. U.S. talking shit and can't even take care of its own shit. So
and now the BBC
there's
doing
that.
it too.
And right. And the UK, yes, is safer than the U.S., but last time I checked,
I was telling Steven when Steven went to London recently, I was like, you better clutch your purse because you're going to get mugged.
Because people be mugging and stabbings and stuff. Like, granted, I was fine in London the last time I was there, which was pre-pandemic, but come on. I mean, low key, we live in one of the most dangerous countries in the world, so we could go to most places and be good.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, born and raised New Yorker. I'm low key not scared.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we will be good. But anyway, back to this mess. These influencers had been approached to be interviewed for this documentary, and at least two have said that it was without knowledge of the direction in which the doc was intended to go. So they were just talking about their experiences. All of these folks, influencers, happen to be British, by the way, so I want to point that out. And they all mention pretty much they've always had a positive experience. Many of them have been living there. One of them in particular, she is married to a Thai man.
Yup.
Like,
Yeah,
they
love her content. Love her. She's great.
yeah, they've been having an overall very positive experience. So the fact that some of the stuff they were saying was kind of being used to promote this bad
To
image of
twist this
Thailand.
whole story of like, oh, don't leave the UK or else you're gonna see this dark side in Thailand. Look at these like young
I
like
mean, only place time you see a dark side if you decide to go into a dark
you
corner,
can there's a
okay?
dark side of
Or if you're
everything.
like Kim and Kimjira, then you always gonna see a dark side just because of
Hey,
the way your family cursed.
ooh,
But beyond that, like this is the way I travel, and I think this is the way you travel too, Jonathan. If you go to another country and you're looking for trouble, you will find
literally,
trouble.
literally.
But if you're not looking for trouble, the likelihood of you getting in trouble is very low, like very, very, very low. I people have said like, have you went to Brazil and you felt safe? I felt totally fine. I've been there 10 times. The worst thing that has ever happened to me in Brazil, well, we won't talk
Ooh,
about that.
ooh, some trade in Brazil.
So we're not going to talk about that.
Hey,
But I've never felt unsafe unless I decided to go to a favela, and that's on me.
to do some
So,
unsafe shit, yeah.
right, and that's on me. If I'm deciding to do that, then that's one thing. But if you just going around minding your business, that's it. Same here in New York. I'm not going around looking for drugs.
But white
I'm
people
not
going white, so.
right. Oh man. So anyway, I honestly think this is just another form of colonization of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're trying to do. And if you decolonize your mind, you could travel anywhere and be good.
Period.
So, anywho, enough of that. We should probably get to word on the tweet because there's a lot that's been tweeting in the past week and a half.
Mm-hmm. Word on the tweet, y'all. Tweet,
Yee.
tweet. Um, so Fashion Week was here and went in New York
Mm-hmm.
City, New York Fashion Week. We had some
Yes.
Thai stars like Tawan. We had Milk, from Milk Love. She looked gorgeous here for Calvin
Mm.
Klein. We had some friends that saw them too, like
Yeah, we did. We had, yeah, a lot of friends were able to see
to
them. Not
see.
us, but a lot of our
I know,
friends were
not
able to
us,
see them.
sadly. Yeah,
Yeah, we
friends
had a
saw
lot
like
going on.
Z was here, and Namdan was here for Cause. Nanon was here for Coach. I
Mm.
was just so sad because I was sadly sick this week, y'all. I was sick, and I couldn't see
Yeah,
Nanon.
Jonathan was sickly.
I really wanted to see Nanon for yeah, for Coach, because I saw him like a year ago today, like
Yes.
um,
Yes.
and I wanted to like redo my moments with him. But sadly, the stars didn't align.
You were
I was
bedridden.
literally bedridden. I was so sad. But
But you were binging
I
BLs.
was getting my BL on while clocking in at work. I was one eye on the
One
one eye on the bag, one eye on the booty.
bag and booty.
Not bag and
Bag and
booty.
booty.
I mean, speaking of booty, so
Oh.
Netflix announced that The Boyfriend season 2 is happening.
Oh, so you think we're gonna see booty this time?
I know that the highlights of the show are like Alan, so like they know to bring in some more messy gays into season 2.
Yes, yes. I really hope that they bring in also someone who is not Japanese but happens to speak Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be very interesting. Maybe Patrick. I'm playing.
Well, we don't need no white man on the show. We know no Asians, no
but
white people. No, 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 no.
but we will have, Patrick on when we go ahead and review The Boyfriend, and cuz we're definitely going to do a bonus
Mm-hmm.
episode once again.
We gonna be
Patrick will be
ready.
on the
January,
panel
we gonna
once
be
again.
ready.
Yeah, maybe we might add a fourth person and get someone who is Japanese.
Ooh, I'd
Okay?
love that.
Y- Yeah, Ohio gasimasu, all right?
Oh my god. Sugoi. Okay, okay.
Okay, yes,
Oh my
arigato.
god.
Oh,
Anyways, so some more news. Bright, not Bright from Brightwin, but
oh,
Bright from I Feel You Linger in the Air also
oh,
joined
that bright. He's also
GMMTV.
very bright.
He's very bright. He's
Mm,
gorgeous. Um,
yes.
so he joined GMMTV, and a certain somebody left GMMTV.
Oh,
Bye, bye,
who?
Paulin. Bye, bye,
Oh,
girl.
okay. I mean, so you already know, like, I had a soft spot for Pawan, but at the same time, what he did was that was not good. He
Mm-hmm.
needed to go.
Mm-hmm.
It was his time. So, bye bye, boo.
Babu. Yeah, Pawan
Yeah.
left. I think also Luke left.
Which that was also pretty interesting because it's
He had a
like,
really popular like 2013 when he was in everything, and then he
yeah,
kind of just fizzled out.
yeah, I guess he was already on his way out. I mean, we like Luke. I wish he was paired with somebody. I would have low key loved to see him, you know, put his tongue down someone's throat.
No, he never did any BL stuff though, did he?
He was like in BLs, but never
Yeah,
like he wasn't even someone who was like trying to steal somebody's man. He was nothing
he had
like
never.
that. He was
Mm-mm.
like in Wandy Good Day, which I think was the last time we saw him,
Mm-hmm.
right? He was a rival, but a rival in the sport,
Yeah,
not a like in the boxing,
not
not a
a rival for that
rival.
hole. Yeah.
Exactly, not a whole rival, right? Unlike in My Stubborn,
Oh my, not. Hey,
Yeah.
anyways.
Anyway.
um, and then speaking of DMMTV, Gray and have parted ways as a ship.
Ugh, I am
I
devastated.
was devastated too because I still haven't
Devastated.
finished Memoir of Rati low key, but I like the older couples like the adult grown man
Me
30-year
too.
old couples.
Yeah. And I really wanted to see more of them. Like I guess the rumor is it probably has something to do with actually has a real
He
life
got
partner,
businesses.
like and businesses. Like he has a real life partner that's a man.
Hmm.
So like this is what the streets are saying. Now we know the businesses, that's very out there. Like he doesn't even hide that. I mean, why would you? We trying to get some egg tarts, okay?
Hey.
So, but it might be related to that, but Great and N have great chemistry.
Hmm.
So, and they're good actors, and both of their shows have been really good. But I was saying this to someone that actually I think in our BL Baddies group chat, so I'm gonna put it out there.
On our
But
Discord, join our Discord.
yeah, well, I actually said in our other group chat, not the
Oop. Okay.
Discord one.
Okay.
But so I mentioned how I think the reason why, because it seems as if Memoir Rati, despite being a great show, did not come to the level that they were expecting. And I
Really? I
think
feel
the
like it did
issue is,
though.
I
Like it
thought it
got more
did.
tweets than Shine, crazily.
Well, also Shine is kind of gate kept behind a paywall on WeTV.
I mean, but still, Kamjira is gate kept too, and it's still the
Yeah, but that's
number
on
one.
iQIYI. Yeah, and is available to watch in Thailand pretty easily. Um, I think with Shine, it's because it's gate kept,
Mm.
and I think if they didn't have that, it probably would have
If it
gotten
was on live
more.
TV
Like,
in Thailand, then
yeah, or
maybe
if it, and I mean, they're not gonna show that on live TV. There's a lot of stuff that I think
there's a lot of
might,
pole and hole.
right? You're saying a lot of things that may not be appropriate unless if it's after midnight.
Well, I
You
think
know what
people
I'm
it's because
saying?
people said like Shine is like for the arts, not for the charts.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And I don't think that's what their goal is. But for Memoir Rati, it's such a great show.
Hmm.
But I think the people who are GMMTV like loyalists, they tend to watch shows for the ships, not for the content.
Everything's all about the boys.
Right. That's why shows like We Are went very well because people were watching it for the ship despite the story being trash.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just saying. And Great
Kevin's words.
N,
Kevin's words. Quote him. Quote him.
yeah, listen, I don't care because we all know the show was
Oh.
trash. And the only people who are saying it's not trash is because they're huge fans of Pon Puen, which we like Pon Puen. Don't get me wrong; they're actually really good actors,
Hmm.
right? But the show was horrible. Like it was a bad show.
Stop.
People were only watching it for Pon
I
Puen,
mean,
and that was it.
it was a weird ensemble show, but yeah,
That
maybe
was
people
poorly
like the
done.
people want like a younger couple because these are
Right.
younger. I don't know,
The
a younger
younger,
audience that's really tuned into GMTV, so they want to
right.
see these like college level kids or
Yeah, they want to see twinks.
they want to see twains. Yeah, they don't want to see
Yeah.
grown men. having grown men romance, which we want
Right,
to
because
see.
that's too
But
much. Yeah, and I also think it's for some people it's too much for them to comprehend. I mean,
mm-hmm.
there's a whole
it
discussion
goes it
how
goes
people
past the
are
fantasy and goes into like realism.
right, and people, were having this discussion where people are not understanding certain things with Shine because they're focusing too much on Mao Poe as a ship and not the story. Which,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, Beyond Cloud wants you to focus on the story. Like the ship is there to bring you in,
The
but
ship
they're
is
not
just,
the whole. Yeah,
a
they're
one
not
piece in the
there.
puzzle, but
Right. They're like they're all they are like the bait. That's what they are. And Mala Poe are fantastic actors. Actually, everybody in that show is really good at what they do. But y'all, if we're focusing just on the ship, then you're missing the whole point of the show. And some people don't have the brain capacity
say
to
their
go
name.
beyond that.
Say their name.
I mean, that's no one we know. That's just people
Okay,
online
okay,
saying
okay.
stuff. Yeah. Like, luckily, I think the people around us, even though I feel as if there are a couple of people who like to pretend as if they don't have the brain, we know they have the brain. Okay. I think they're just trolling us. You see,
Ooh, we be messy. Anyways, okay.
anyway,
I think that's it for the news. Yeah. The boys from Desire, ABO Desire, they
yes.
formed a C-pop group, called Desire 4, and I think they
Okay.
just debuted themselves on this award show that just happened this past weekend. And they look good. They look good. I'm tuned in.
Oh,
And they're like,
oh,
people are like coining them as like the first, like, kind of BL, like the first group that was created out of a BL.
huh.
Because, like, they're directly the cast of a BL that's forming a group
Yeah, it's
musically.
a very interesting choice,
I mean,
but
we all sing, is what I love to say. It's what I love to
yeah,
quote
it's
from
giving
Miss
GMMTV.
Victoria
So,
Justice. We all sing.
yeah. um,
I think we all sing. Um,
and thinking of we all sing, what else is happening before we move to the next
okay,
thing?
yeah, the last thing then, Baz, who recently left Beyond Cloud, he's going to be leading his own. Is he leading? I think he's leading. He's going to be in his own
Yeah.
BL.
Mm.
It's called When Light Fades.
And who was he paired with? Because I remember seeing a pairing, but I forgot he's paired with.
I don't know if his
Because at first I didn't even think it was a BL because I
mhm.
only saw his face. So I'm thinking, oh, this must be a whatever. But I was like, I'll watch it, especially if Bass is like, you know,
If he's
next to naked
ooh,
again. But
hey, yeah, I'm not sure who his co-star is, but yeah,
he
I'm
is paired with
seated.
someone in it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
paired.
And I remember seeing the person. I was like, oh, they look cute, but I can't put
Yeah,
a
maybe they're a new
face to the
face.
name.
Maybe they're a new face.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of new faces, let's get to our shows of the week. So, Jonathan, what is your show this week?
My show this week is. I switched it up so many times, but I just remembered this that just came out. I'm
Mm.
switching it to That Summer.
Oh,
Yes, the new Winnie
okay.
Satang show that just came out. This
Yes.
first episode was good. You saw it, right?
I did see it. I thought the first episode was
I thought the
okay.
first
I like
part
what
was a
it's
little confusing. They were like jumping through
yeah,
cliffs
they were
and
jumping a lot and I didn't care for that, but I like the last
yeah, I
part
like the
of
rest of
it.
the um
Right.
first
And I'm
episode.
curious to see where this is going to go.
It was giving
Because
like the Nets Prince mixed with like um just any other JoJo show.
Absolute Zero.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm playing.
Oh,
No, not Absolute Zero.
that's a little sad. I don't think this is gonna be sad, or maybe it might.
I think, when I saw
No,
the previews for
it was
next
the Nets
week,
Prince mixed with Kidnap. That's what I was thinking in my mind a little bit.
mm, hopefully better
Cause
than
there's like some
Kidnap.
trauma going on. There's some like
Mm-hmm.
royalty aspects. There's like he's like the prince of like a land that we don't know, a new place. Falling in love with this boy, this hot sun kissed boy with
Mm,
freckles. I'm living for it. I'm living
mm.
for it.
Wait, he got
Yeah,
freckles?
you didn't see the freckles on his face?
Mm-mm. But yeah, I didn't notice the freckles, but I do like this idea of having this amnesia and him
Mm-hmm.
trying to reclaim his who he is and all of that, which I know that's a little bit of a spoiler, but
That is
that's
the first episode, y'all. That's the first episode. Get into
that's the
it,
first episode. So get into
because we
it.
don't know
I
anything
I
besides the first episode.
right. And I'm curious to see where this is going to lead.
I'm curious to see Mons get with his doctor.
Yes. I thought you were gonna say we might see Mon's Little Mon.
Oh, little
But not for a
Mons.
GMM TV show.
You were saying that you're glad that he's like a gunko in this show.
Me, I am. Me, I am.
Me, myself, and I.
Yes, me, I am.
I was like, Mom looks real cute. We don't get to see the side of him. He's always
Yeah,
like, like a douche or like a man whore or like a rival.
but no, he's cute. His mouth is looking
But he's
great,
in
and
this like chief position. He's a gunko.
yeah,
Um,
yes, I'm here
I'm here
for
for
it.
that, and I'm
Okay,
here
Gunkel
for
Mond.
Neo, because Neo looks real good in this show. He looks
He
fresh off
does,
of
but
like
isn't
Only
Neil playing
Friends.
straight?
He is. He's with his girlfriend now. Ex girlfriend maybe. I think he's coupled with her. The nurse
Okay,
that was there. That's the.
yeah, the nurse. Yes,
But his
okay,
the body was T. Um,
per usual.
per usual.
He's definitely worked on that body. Ever since Only Friends, he's been
The routine has been
giving.
kept.
Yes, he has been definitely working that body. The nipples are
We didn't see
perked.
that body in Strawberry Shortcake, but it's here.
Yeah, I mean, they were hiding it in that, but that show, the only body they were trying to focus on was Joss.
I mean,
They were barely focusing on Godwin. Let's be
ooh,
serious, okay?
stop.
So, anywho,
What's your show?
my show this week is Dark Dice, a non-BL, but BL adjacent because Gemini is in
Not BL
it.
adjacent. This is not BL
Okay,
adjacent, unless there's a
and
side
there's no
couple. That's pretty queer.
there are some couples in it, but there's no romance is not a focus in the show at
Because people are
all.
running for their
At
lives.
all. Right. This show is pretty much take Alice in Borderland and put it in a high school.
Mm.
So what happens? I mean, I've watched the first two episodes, okay? So I'm only gonna kind of tell you what happens in the first episode. Um, about eight of these kids who barely know each other. Gemini's character, by the way, transferred into the school because he got into a altercation
Okay, Cardi
with
B.
his
Altercation.
he got into an
A verbal
altercation.
altercation.
Well, he got into a physical
Ooh,
one with his best friend at his former school and put him in a coma.
damn.
Yeah. So just that. And somebody recorded it and put it all over TikTok. So now everybody in town knows about it. So even the school he transferred from, people assumed he was a bully, even though there's way more to the story than that. So he's navigating that. And in the process of navigating that, several things happen. He ends up in the abandoned gym on the school where their actual bullies messing with another kid. They push him over when he tried to intervene. He knocks over a locker and then a dice falls out, a dark dice, and it transports everybody who was in that gym
To like a
into a
game.
game.
I see.
Yeah, and it's a
Okay,
game
Squid
that's a
Game.
little
Okay.
deadly. Yeah, I would say it's
It's
more like
Alice in
Alice in
Borderline.
Borderline
Okay.
than Squid
Because it's like
Game. Way more
supernatural.
than that.
Yeah.
Right, because it's supernatural. So, but overall, it's pretty good. I recommend it so far. I mean, we know Gemini is great at acting.
Mm-hmm.
And also, that remember that show last summer, the straight one that had like Pooin and Dunk, you know,
Yeah.
and that I was telling you about. So remember there was a girl that was trying to get with Pooin's character that he was not really into at all. That I was like, look a little um so she in the show as well.
Ooh, say her
Her face is
name.
very um uh recognizable.
Kevin getting messy this week. What's going on?
Okay, so but everyone in the show is really good at what they do. Um I'm here for the ride. It's a
Mm-hmm.
good story.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to support Gemini and his work, this is what you should do is watch this, right? So, um, but that's my show. And now that we have that, there are a lot of shows that just ended. So we're gonna try to get through that list quickly. So, oh, Jonathan, the list is long of shows that just ended.
Damn, it got
Um,
longer.
yes. So, first, the situationship in the city. This was the two-part uh Vietnamese BL that I'm just gonna say this.
hmm
They were doing too much.
I still haven't
And it gave
seen. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say they did a lot.
hmm
It's visually beautiful, but we don't know what they were trying to do
Mm.
because they were doing too much. It was giving, it's like they threw in Chemjira, Gel Boys, Step by Step, threw it all in one
Damn.
thing. And we're like, what is going on? And after the second episode, nobody knows what's going on, but
Maybe it
probably
was
the director himself.
ChatGPT who wrote the script.
It was doing too much, like way too much. And
Like a
sometimes
certain
it's
Moss Bank show that.
well, yeah, sometimes it's better to stick to one theme instead of trying
If
to
it's
do
supernatural, but
seven,
also
but office, but also like getting your nails done. Like, stick to one thing. Okay,
they were
sometimes
trying to
it's
heat
better
up
to,
multiple nachos, but
yeah,
everything burnt.
and it didn't work. Instead, you burnt certain things and other things were undercooked. And yeah, you know what? Yeah. So this show is getting, because it's visually beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
is getting a 5 out of 10. So
Not 5 out of
yeah, because the
10.
storytelling was just too
Is
much.
this Kevin's first
It
five
was
out of
too much.
10? No.
No, it's not, because I've done lower.
Oh,
um, Next is Kill to Love. That ended about a week ago,
I
and
think that
that's the
ended like
show
2 weeks
you
ago.
watch.
Kevin, you should watch this. It's so good.
Well, there's another show that I'm caught up with, so not you putting on
The
sunglasses. Anyway,
latest. Ignore me. Um,
yes.
Kill to Love is so good. Well, it was okay. It was okay. There were
Oh,
moments where I was really confused. Like it's really confusing going in, but
it clears itself up later. It
I
cleans
think
up.
so. I think so. It does itself justice. It's really visually
Okay.
beautiful with the money that was put into this, which wasn't a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but like it's a small set, small cast, but like it looks like a labor of love.
Okay.
I love these two main leads. They were really good. It's
Mm.
just the plot is a little frustrating. It's a
Yeah.
little wild. Yeah, men
Mm.
fighting to love each other during a period in a world where they can't. And they're on
Oh.
opposite sides of, enemy lines, so
Okay. Okay. Enemies to lovers, or
it's
okay.
enemies to lovers to enemies back to lovers maybe.
Okay. Um. What do you rate it?
Oh, I think I gave it like a 7.5.
Okay, not too
Mm-hmm.
bad. Okay. Another show that just ended was Stay by My Side After the Rain. This is a Japanese BL. Um,
Sleep by my side after I
I
snore.
need you to finish it.
I know.
Okay.
I have a friend that's like been bugging me to finish it too, and I'm
Yeah,
like, I
I
want
think it's
to.
pretty good. What makes this show unique is
His
there's a
eyebrows.
confession in the first episode, minus his eyebrows. I didn't care for his eyebrows because I don't, whoever plucked those did it a little too
Her
much.
threader was having fun.
Way too much, trying to experiment for the threading convention. Like, they were doing too much. But otherwise, um it was good. I actually enjoyed the show, and because the first episode was them, they already confessed. It was them figuring out how to be with each other with all these other obstacles like work, family, all of that.
hmm
So I thought it was really nice to watch. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It was pretty
Okay,
good.
okay.
Yeah. Um then, which we have not finished yet, but it literally just ended, is Shine.
Shine. Ooh, I'm scared for
So
this finale. I'm scared.
me too. Should we do a bonus episode
Maybe we
for?
should.
Yeah, because it's such a good show.
I
Like,
love
it's
how
a lot of
we be
twists and
promising
turns.
bonus episodes when we got stuff still on roster on back order.
Listen, stuff gonna come out, okay?
You gonna
So
get it
maybe
when
we
you get it. Be
should.
grateful, y'all.
Yeah, be grateful.
Sorry, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
But it will. So I think we should. We will give our review in that one.
Yeah.
Another one that it just ended as well, which actually it ends. Yeah. So for us, it ends tomorrow. For you listening, it had literally just ended the day before,
Mm.
which is Doctor's Mind.
Not my
Um,
doctor. Your doctor's yours, cause.
I already have a feeling, considering that I'm at, what, episode 9 at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And well, let's just say y'all have seen what I've said on TikTok. Y'all have heard me talk about it on here. I I'm not expecting this ending to be anything fantastic. I'm gonna
Oh.
leave it at that.
Ooh.
So I will say though, in episode 9, it went from 0 to 100.
Mm-hmm.
Like it started off like with this 10-minute sex scene, and then the last 10 minutes, somebody. I'm spoiling this for you, Jonathan, but you're gonna forget
I'm
anyway
I'm
because the
I'm not
show
going.
is
I'm
low
not
key
gonna watch
forgettable.
this.
But somebody got
Ooh.
stabbed in the last 10 minutes.
Now why they doing that?
Yeah, it's like how you go from a 10-minute sex scene to somebody getting stabbed in the stomach. Like,
They got
there's a
stabbed in
lot
two
going.
places, huh?
Well, two different people.
Oh,
One
okay.
person got stabbed
Oh,
in the
so you doing
booty
the
at the
stabbing?
beginning,
So you doing?
and then somebody else got stabbed literally with a knife.
So who
So,
doing
two
the stabbing?
different. Yeah, a mess. And then lastly, which just ended,
Mm-hmm.
which is 10 things I want to do before I turn 40, which word on the street is that somebody has completed their challenge.
Yeah, I did. Where my prize at? Where my prize at?
Your prize is you completed the challenge. So now that we have
Bragging
both finished the
rights.
show, what do we think of it? Because I loved it. It was really cute.
I enjoyed it. This show was so cute. Like I was enjoying
Yes.
this more than Sleep by My Shower Head.
I will say it's better than that show.
Sleep under my umbrella out in the sunlight. I was enjoying. Um, I was enjoying this like old man Yowie. It was really cute.
It
I
was.
think.
It was. I mean, we could talk about this for a
Mm-hmm.
long time. We could also do a bonus episode on this.
No, no,
Maybe.
no, 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 no.
Maybe.
We
Maybe.
can wrap it up real quick
But
here.
yeah. But this show was really good. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed every episode. It felt very like I could relate it to myself,
Mm-hmm.
which, doesn't happen a lot with BL. Um, but I give this show, you know what? This show is getting a 9 out of 10.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
think I would give it like a 8.5. Like I
Yeah.
wish there was
Like,
more of them at the end as a couple, but the whole
yes,
show
I
is
I do.
they're doing the 10 things.
Right.
Um,
And I think they did it well. And, you know, spoiler, they threw out the list. Well, Susume threw out the list.
but he finished it in the end,
uh,
yeah.
he did. So
But
I
it just felt
really,
very realistic. It felt,
yes.
yeah, just like these are real people going through struggles.
Right.
Being gay. There's also like a power dynamic too because he's his boss.
Yes.
There's a power
Yes.
dynamic. There's an age difference. There's so many factors where
Right.
Suzume's just like, how are we gonna make this work? Like
Mm-hmm.
this is just not gonna work. But I don't know.
Right.
Kishi's a green flag, except for that one
Yeah.
moment when
Yeah, except for that one moment. I was like, don't ever do
she
that
panicked
again.
hard. Yeah.
Right. I didn't like that at all. And I was like, don't ever do that again. And I think Keshi knows never to do that again.
Yeah.
But overall, that was a great show. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a show that, if time permits, I would actually consider rewatching. If
Oh.
time permits. Yeah. Because currently we don't have time to rewatch anything.
I would see a special of this. This show deserves a cute little special.
I do hope they have a special. I would watch that. Unlike My Stubborn, which a special came out for that. And speaking of which, we have some new shows to talk about. So, this list is long.
It's
A
getting
lot of new
longer and
stuff has
longer.
come out in the past week and a half, okay? And some of these stuff we forgot to talk about even in our previous episode. So, one new Vietnamese BL is Awaiting Dawn. This came out September 6th, so it's about 3 episodes in. I did see the first episode. This is available on Saturdays on YouTube by
Our
The
favorite
bane of our
O2,
existence,
O2,
O2
come on,
production.
O2.
We miss Bobbin being on there. He has left them, but I saw the first episode, and you know what? I'm in it.
You said the
I'm
budget
in
has
it.
increased. They said Bobbin was a
It
little
feels
heavy.
as Yeah, it feels as if the budget has increased a little bit.
Bobbin was expensive.
I guess so. Expensive, but they blurred out his ass still. But anyway, because I told you in Teenager Judge they were showing a
I
lot.
know. I
It
think
was
they have
just
like a
blurred
behind the
out.
scenes paywall that you can see it. Maybe
Yeah, maybe I'll consider it. We'll see. Let's see how this show
you can see
goes
his
so
ass on
far.
Twitter. Come on.
He don't show his well.
Yeah, we saw a little
Anyway,
peek.
but anyway, so far the first episode is not bad. I would
Okay.
say it's worth getting into. Then there's Mandate, which came out September 12th and it's
Yes.
available on
I haven't
Fridays
heard anyone
on
talk about it since.
because it's only on Monomax, which Monomax is only available in Thailand.
Damn.
So if you don't have Monomax and you don't live in Thailand, you're not watching
Unless you
it.
got a VPN, yeah.
I have not seen it in other places. Wink, wink.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I do,
Damn, it's still
I'll
not
let
out
people
in
know.
other places?
Yeah, so I will. So one thing I would say is I will let people know that Jonathan and I do our very best to pay for everything because we want to support the industry.
Mm-hmm.
But if they release a show only available to a certain group of people in a certain country, then and we have no way of accessing it, then we would use other means.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we will do our best. But most times, like 99% of the time, we're paying. Okay. The other one is You Don't Know. This is a Burmese BL that came out on September 13th. It's available on Saturdays on YouTube on Milestone Entertainment's channel. This
Mm-hmm.
is the same one that came out with We Are Brothers, which ended
Mm.
not too long ago. Um, I like this so far. I saw the first few episodes. They're doing actually it's Saturdays and Sundays, so they release an episode on Saturday and an episode on Sunday.
I need to
Um,
get into it since I missed out on the We Are Brothers, but you gave me the rundown.
yeah, and this one is actually not too bad. I mean, it's a hood rat who's a noble hood rat
There's always a hood rat.
and a somewhat rich kid. Well, who was disowned, who he and his father were disowned by his grandmother because his father married pretty much a prostitute, allegedly. And so this kid is the son of a prostitute. So yeah, so there's a lot going on in that regard.
Mm.
Um, then Love in the Moonlight, which came out September
Yes.
15th. It's available to watch Mondays on Gaga Ulala. I have not seen the first
Me
episode
neither,
yet,
but I
but it's
really
on my
want to see
list.
this. This looks really
Me
good.
too. Because Peak is in it, and I haven't seen Peak in a
You ever
long
taken a peek
time.
at Peak?
Right. Peak, I haven't seen in a very, very long time,
Yeah,
but
this
he's
might be
in
my
that.
show the week next week. Watch, because
Okay,
I
let's
feel like
see.
it's gonna be good.
Another show is Hanoi, I Love You. This is a Vietnamese BL that came out September 16th. It's available on Tuesdays on YouTube from Moy Studios. This is the same one that
Did
did
my stepbrother, my dear stepbrother-in-law? What is it?
yes.
Yes,
My sweet
my
brother-in-law.
sweet
Yes.
cheats, sweet brother-in-law smacking my cheek. Now that was a good show.
Yes.
I'm gonna be tuned
That
into this.
Yeah, so this one so far is starting off pretty good. There's mess already. Already
Ooh,
mess.
Moy, come on,
Somebody was
Moy.
caught cheating. That's how the show started.
It's
Literally. So I was like,
tale as old as time, I guess.
right, literally caught in the middle of having sex. That kind of
Lock the
cheating.
door, y'all. Learn how to
You're
lock the
right.
door.
The next one is My Secret Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Korean BL. Came out September 18th, available on Thursdays on iQIYI. I've
Yes,
not started the
I
show yet,
started
but
it.
you
Yeah.
did. What did you think?
I think it's compared to the other vampire shows that are out or that came out this year.
Uh-huh.
It's it doesn't look like it's trying to be serious. It looks very short KBL. Like this is probably gonna be compiled into a movie. Like it's Um,
Okay.
I mean, I'm sad for it because it's
Okay.
not trying to be serious, and I'm here for it. Yeah,
Okay. And I think with Vampire, I think that's what they need to do is just not try to be serious. Because at
yeah.
least with Revamp, I mean, now I think they are trying to be serious, like since the way it's been going out. But sometimes I think just be camp.
Like I want to
At
be
this rate,
camp.
just
I
be
want you to
camp.
be like, if there's not enough money into the supernatural, then be camp, be silly, be
Right.
horny. Like,
Right. All of
but
that.
don't try to give me super dramatic. You
Right.
know,
Don't be 1,000 days or whatever
I
that is,
was
or
a
1,000 years.
thousand years. That was a
A
thousand
thousand years.
episodes of pain.
A child. That summer is the other one.
That's
It's
what I
another one
talked
that
about.
just came out, which you just saw. We just talked about. That came out September 19th. It's available on Fridays on YouTube on GMM TV's channel. Um, there's another one, Takumi-kun, which is a Japanese
Oh
BL
my
that comes out
god.
September 21st. It will be available to watch on Sundays. So it came out today as we're recording on Gaga Ulala. Then there's another Japanese
Jesus.
VL, The Journey to Killing You, which comes out September 26th, which will be available on Fridays on Gaga Ulala. And then finally, which we've
Finally.
been waiting for this
Yes.
one, which is The Wicked Game, starring
Tao
Doe
off
Off-Road,
road.
which is available. Comes out actually September 27th and is available on Saturdays on iQIYI. Woo!
This
We
is
had a long
too
list of
much.
stuff. Too
BL is
many things.
oversaturated. Oh my god.
Yeah, and we thought we had just gotten a break because so many shows had just ended in the past couple of weeks. We were
I'm
wrong,
drowning. I'm looking at this list. I'm disgusted.
and we gonna watch most of them.
Stop. No, this is where, as fans, we get to pick and choose. We get to,
Right,
and then like you can go back and binge something later on.
right. I'm gonna see which one of these I'm gonna choose. Well, I already started some of these, but some of these Japanese ones I'm gonna get into, like The Journey to Killing You, because that's a mafia one.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
so I'm gonna get into that one.
Mhm.
So, anyway, we got speaking of stuff, of shows. There's a list that came out.
Mhm.
So, Jonathan, Tatler Singapore, which is a magazine that's based in the UK, but they have, in Singapore and all of that, came out with a list last week of 8 iconic BLs. Well, yeah, last week of 8 iconic BLs that they say define queer storytelling. Do you agree with this list?
All right, let's see.
Um, I'm just gonna go down the list quickly. Um, so there's Ken Porsche,
Mhm.
Gap the series,
Mhm.
I Told Sunset About You,
Period.
Petrichor, Your Sky, Blank, Together the series, and TharnType. Now they said defined queer storytelling. Now
There's some
I
sneaks on this list.
right, like Ken Porsche, I would say opened the door for us to have more Mafia
It
BL.
opened the
I
door for
agree with
like
that.
to a lot of people who weren't into
Right,
BL. Like all of these
right.
had their year that they like opened the floodgate to BL to mainstream a little bit more and a little bit
Yeah, or
more.
BL or GL, because
Yeah,
Gap opened the door for GL,
Gap like
right? Because that
swung
was
that
like the
shit
very
wide
first
open.
one. Right.
Now every studio is doing
Um,
GL because of Gap.
I Told Sunset About You is the blueprint. I like hands
That is
down.
still like
It
the
it
Oscar worthy, Emmy
chef's
winning,
kiss.
like
Like everything.
everything.
That's the only one I've given a 10 out of 10. Like it's just so beautifully done.
I mean, what about
And
Together?
then
That was a 10 out of 10, Kevin.
anyway,
I love
but I
Together.
will say Together also set
She
the tone
deserves
as well too.
she deserves her
Right, that's why it's
flowers.
on this list. Like I agree. Even with TharnType, despite how toxic that
It's so
relationship was,
problematic.
it's so problematic, but it also did give us that storytelling about queer folks. It's not everything is, roses and rosebuds, okay?
I think TharnType, it was mainly the ship. Like Mew Gulf really
You're right.
put ship
They were
work
an iconic ship.
on the map. Like
Iconic
people were
ship.
probably seeing gifs and moments of Mew Gulf
Right.
just doing stuff on Twitter or Tumblr or whatever, and they were like, "Damn, what is
Mhm.
this?" And it's like, "Oh, it's a show. Are they a real couple?" And then
Right.
you fall down the rabbit hole.
Right. Your Sky, I think,
Eh,
redefined how to tell stories for high school BLs. I
uh,
could argue with that
it's a college show.
because it was
College.
updated. Yeah, college BLs. Yeah,
Hmm.
because it updated the storytelling where they were focused in the university, but they weren't just at the university. There were things that happened outside of that that went back into the school, right?
I think Your Sky
Unlike,
was big for Dumundi. Like it's a
and it was
big
big for
turning point
Dumundi.
for Dumundi, but I
Right.
don't know for queer storytelling as a whole.
Um, maybe.
Or
I don't
maybe
know.
maybe the second half of the show where it's about
Right.
really standing up for yourself and coming out to your family and stuff like that. But
Right. Right. So I
hmm.
think that I think Petrichor also showed that guess what? Girls can
Women in
also get
STEM, women in in,
yes,
in
okay.
crime,
Come
women
on.
in.
They can go ahead and be just as complicated, live in
Mm-hmm.
multitudes, all of that, just as anybody else. And it
Queer
showed
women can
that
solve mysteries. It don't always got to be a man. It don't always got to
right.
be a Sherlock
Uh-huh.
Holmes and a Watson.
Mm-hmm. Right. It was very I Petrichor is definitely probably it's the only GL that I've watched, but probably is gonna be my favorite for a while because it's really
I
good.
still need to see it.
Um,
That and Gap. I want to see both. Even though Gap, I feel like it's not the best show, but it's still iconic.
right, because of what it did, you know. And I also want to see Blank as well too, which I personally I've not heard of Blank until I
I'm
saw
blanking
this
on
list.
Blank, but yeah, that's another GL that came out I think last year, this year, yeah,
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 so
last year.
we'll probably watch Gap. You know, we could probably do that. We could binge it one
I
day
wouldn't mind doing a
together.
watch party of Gap. I wouldn't mind.
We
We should.
could. We could. So, speaking of things that are challenging, like trying to binge a show and have it as a watch party. So y'all who have been listening and to us on TikTok and listening to this show, we did put a challenge together. And the challenge was that I would get caught up with I'm the Most Beautiful Count because I had not even started it. And Jonathan would complete
10
watching
things to do
10
before I
things.
turn 40.
Right. And as you heard
As you done
about 20 minutes
heard, I
ago,
finished it. So what's up,
y-
Kevin? What's good?
I'm
What's
caught
up,
up.
Atlanta?
I am caught up. I have now caught up with, I believe we're at episode 8, I believe, right? Or episode 8 is what's coming out.
Uh,
It's episode 8 for I'm the Most Beautiful Count, right?
well,
Or is it
yes.
episode
I
7?
think it was. I'm not sure. I haven't watched the
Yeah,
recent episode because I was
I
at a
watched the
wedding.
most recent episode, so
But
I'm more ahead than you.
for
But
once, for once.
yes, but it's a great I love the show. It's so funny. And yet they have a good and I guess because it's changed,
Hmm.
they have a good way of mixing the comedy because the show is more of a comedy than anything, but there's a
Mm.
lot of drama too, and it is a period drama as well. Um
It's
and
hilarious. It's
Prince is a
hilarious.
whole mess.
Like
She is
she's over
doing
the
the most.
top. She's so
She's
like
doing too
flamboyant.
much.
She's
Right.
queening out. She's letting these
Right.
hoes know that
Right.
she's
That
that
she is
girl.
here, queer, and ain't going anywhere.
Hmm.
Okay. And with that said, we got places to go. Okay. We got to go. That is it for this episode of Ride Can Top My Knee. Stallion knees are a virtue, but nothing is like being the cream on top.
And I hope, and I hope the ride in your life creams them knees, baby.
Yes, creamy knees. Creamy
Ew, like creamy.
knees.
Lotion up them knees is what I'm saying. Fall's
Hey,
coming.
yeah, especially fall's coming. People out here ashy. Bye, y'all.
Goodbye.